Evening, everybody. Good afternoon, or good morning. I hope you're well. We met 12 hours ago. Well, just over 12 hours ago, 7 a.m. It's been a beautiful day, hasn't it, Katia? Meditating on renunciation, which is a component of the compassionate training. And we're gathering here once again, the second part of the day, sandwich, renunciation sandwich. Yeah, going to Subway and ask for renunciation, nice and long. We start the day developing a wish to attain liberation. We end the day developing a wish to attain liberation. There's a habit forming there, isn't there? If we woke up tomorrow and thought, I'm going to attain liberation, and then fell asleep tomorrow night thinking, I'm going to attain liberation, I'm going to attain nirvana, and kept thinking like that, eventually we would develop a spontaneous realization of renunciation. At that point, we've stepped onto the good old spiritual path. Not that difficult, really. Just keep thinking, keep understanding, keep improving your wisdom. Wisdom conquers ignorance. Ignorance tells us there's happiness to be found in the swamp of samsara. Surely there's someone or something that can make me happy. Just one more. Yeah. Wisdom says, maybe temporarily I might feel good, but ultimately there's nothing out there that can solve my daily problems, that can bring me the happiness that I seek. This is real wisdom, and we're doing ourselves such a big favor if we can cultivate renunciation. There's a lot of confusion about renunciation. It's not a popular word. What are we abandoning with the mind of renunciation? Uncontrolled minds, uncontrolled life, uncontrolled existence. That's all. In reality, if we spent time checking carefully, renunciation aligns with our wish that we have to be happy, to be free from problems. Everyone has these two basic wishes: to be happy and to be free from problems. Everyone. We all have these two basic wishes. And there's a myriad of different ways to try to fulfill these wishes. And we've tried many of them, haven't we? We're still trying. Renunciation is saying, if you want to attain happiness and to be free from problems, you need to recognize the cause of happiness and the cause of problems. Where do problems and difficulties come from? We need to ask ourselves this question, not just theoretically, but ask ourselves. I was saying yesterday on the death retreat, DEATH, death. Yeah, there's that word again. I was saying on the death retreat, we're all going to die, aren't we? And I was saying on this retreat that we need to ask ourselves why. Develop some curiosity when we're suffering, which is a lot of the time physical suffering, mental suffering. Ask ourselves why. Like a child, a curious child. Why? Trees green. Why is the sky blue? Why is the ocean blue? Why am I me, even? Children are very curious, aren't they? I remember asking my mum one time, as a small child, why am I me? Why? Why did I end up being me as opposed to you? Why? Incredible curiosity. But we lose that curiosity. But it's helpful to have it, and with respect to our suffering, when we're suffering, we ask ourselves in meditation, why am I suffering? This is why we meditate. Why am I experiencing suffering? Like, why am I unhappy now? Why am I sad? Why am I disappointed? Why? Why? And if we check with wisdom, we see this is coming from initially a quick thinking, busy, nervous mind. Also, is because of this, and it'll point outwards. Yeah. Wisdom will say, not just theoretically, but I'm experiencing these problems now, ultimately, because my mind is disturbed by the presence of delusions. Yeah. When my mind is deluded and confused, it is unpeaceful and it is uncontrolled. That's why I'm experiencing these problems, ultimately. Yeah. When we experience any difficulty, there's a circumstance arising, but it's the way we react to it that governs whether we are peaceful or not peaceful. And a lot of the time, when circumstances arise, we're not peaceful. Nirvana is permanent inner peace. Not just a little bit, but permanent. But we can attain mini nirvanas on the way to nirvana by pacifying delusion. And we're so much better off for doing this. Why am I experiencing suffering? We ask ourselves. Because of the presence of delusion, in particular, anger, impatience, attachment to my own happiness, and confusion about the way things exist. I need to be free from these delusions. Wouldn't it be wonderful to be free from the delusions in my mind and attain nirvana? How wonderful that would be. That is a joyful mind. That is renunciation. And when we get that mind, we get on the path to liberation. Freedom. What do we need to be free? Freedom. Where does freedom come from? I was saying yesterday on the retreat, often people say when they get a car, oh, I finally got a sense of freedom. And the way that car advertises, promote cars, it looks like freedom, doesn't it? It's usually some mountain trail. Yeah. But cars don't give us freedom, real freedom. Real freedom is a mental pathway, and it comes with renunciation and being free from delusions. You can be driving along in a beautiful car on a mountain pathway. Yeah. But if your mind is deluded, impatient, attached, confused, we won't be free. You can be sitting in your bedroom at home, free from delusion, training in renunciation, and start to experience freedom. So through this COVID time, we've had our physical freedoms curtailed to some degree. And in the Himalayan style of meditation, we've been looking at developing an expansive mind. Renunciation is encouraging that. It's encouraging ourselves to be free. Because real freedom doesn't require physical pathways. Real freedom is a mental pathway. To travel the path to real freedom, we first of all need to develop the wish to be free. Yeah, we need the wish. Develop the wish to attain liberation or nirvana. That's renunciation. We can develop it all the time. How wonderful if I could be free. How wonderful if I could attain nirvana. Dream about it, daydream about it, and then in meditation, focus on it. Maybe not fully, completely sure how we're going to do it, but we develop the wish. The same way if we develop the wish to go to, I don't know, Ethiopia. Yeah. We're not 100% sure how the plane works to get there and how the air traffic control works and how the internet works to book our ticket, but we go with the process. And if our intention is strong enough to go to Ethiopia, eventually we'll find ourselves, our feet will be on the ground, the holy ground of Ethiopia. How do we end up standing on the ground in Ethiopia? First of all, by developing the wish to get there, to go there. How do we attain nirvana? Which we will do. Yeah, all of us will eventually be completely free. How do we become completely free from delusion, from the influence of delusion in our life? By developing the wish to be free from delusion. That's renunciation. The reason why I'm bringing renunciation up here is because the compassionate motivation which we cultivate in the Himalayan meditation has renunciation in it. Compassion, real compassion, great compassion, is renunciation on behalf of all living beings. Yeah. It's not just saying, I wish you were free from this sickness. That's great. That's a great start. But you can wish for someone to be free from a sickness. They can become free from that sickness, but then they'll potentially get another sickness. They'll have another problem. Renunciation is a wish for someone to be completely free from all their problems. So it's deeper form of compassion, and it only comes for others if we have it for ourselves first. And that's why we start here. So we're focusing on our own situation at the moment, which is important. Sort out our own house, mental house. The object of meditation, I'm going to attain liberation, nirvana. I'm going to follow this pathway. I'm going to abandon delusions. Not abandon anything else. We're abandoning delusions. Yeah. So this is what we're going to do. We'll start off with some breathing meditation, and then we'll get to the object of meditation. Listen out for the good old bells to keep us on track. 3 to start, 3 to end, and a few in the middle. Abiding with our natural breathing. If you need help, try counting your breathing. Mind wanders. Return to the object. Let's try together. Counting 10 rounds of breathing. We're developing the wish to attain liberation, to be free from delusions, to be free from negativity, to attain nirvana, a state of permanent peace. We've had enough of dissatisfaction, had enough of uncertainty. We want to attain a stability of mind, a mind free from negativity. It all starts with a wish. I must attain liberation. I must attain nirvana. Try to hold this wish deep in your mind and allow it to guide you, to inner peace, a mental space free from negativity. We allow our breath to guide us into the present moment. We try to restore, refresh our wish to attain liberation, guiding us to inner peace, to a peaceful life that is no longer influenced by delusion. I must attain liberation from this cycle, confusion. And as we move towards the end of the meditation, we can begin the process of turning our renunciation around and focusing it on others, turning it into compassion. Think about your family, your friends, your community, and how they too have to experience all the sufferings of an uncontrolled mind. How wonderful. All living beings could be free from suffering. So we extend our renunciation out from our heart to try to include as many people as possible. This is our compassion. And reflecting on all the good energy we collected together in this group meditation. We dedicate it with our compassion so it reaches all living beings. May there be healing in this world, and may others find the chance to attain freedom, liberation in their lives. So once we conclude our meditation, we try, if possible, to carry our wish to attain liberation out into our life. Yeah. We're aligning that wish that we have to be happy and to be free from problems with wisdom. Instead of creating more problems for ourselves, more difficulties for ourselves, which is hard work, is exhausting. We finally relax. This is what renunciation lets us do. It allows us to relax, to literally, mentally put our feet up, because we realize why all along, why we're experiencing problems and difficulties. It's no one's fault other than the fault of delusion. No one to blame other than the delusions in our own mind. The delusions in our mind will blame others, of course. But with wisdom, cut through that. See, I know now why I've been dissatisfied, why I can't find that satisfaction that I seek. We'll never be satisfied if there's delusions in our mind. However good our external life is, however successful we may be, however prosperous, however well things are going, from a worldly perspective, if we've got delusions in our mind, we won't be satisfied. If we can develop renunciation, we'll quickly feel satisfied with what we've got. And then there'll be a quality of happiness coming in our life. Yeah. Inner happiness that doesn't depend on external things. How wonderful it would be to have that. Yeah. In a sense, an independent happiness. Doesn't need anybody to be happy. We can have a good day, easy day, no problem. We can have a challenging day, again, no problem. Where's the problem coming from? Delusion in our mind. When we experience a challenging situation, is that a problem? Delusion will tell us it is, and we'll start getting upset and agitated. Wisdom will tell us this is teaching you to develop renunciation. How wonderful to be free from delusion. So everything in our world is teaching us to attain liberation. The great yogi, Milarepa, Tibetan yogi, incredible meditator. He said, I get my teachings from the world around me. Everything is teaching me. I don't need to do a lot of study. I just get teachings. With wisdom, everything teaches us. We look at the news, we see so many problems and difficulties in this impure world, and we think, this is teaching me. I need to attain liberation now. Yeah. Renunciation. As we're falling asleep, we develop the wish to attain liberation. We wake up in the morning, we develop the wish to attain liberation. What a way to start the day. Yeah. Wake up in the morning and think, may I attain liberation? Why do we meditate? I'll be here tomorrow at 8 a.m. if you want to join me to once again meditate on this fantastic mind. Why do we need to meditate on it? Because it consolidates, it concentrates our energies. Yeah. Helps us to, it gives us something to hold on to through the day. And then the next day, again, developing the wish to attain liberation. Tomorrow night, the new beginners course starts, 8-week beginners course. If you'd like to learn about mindful meditation on an 8-week structured program following the book Guide to the Mindful Way of Life, we're starting that tomorrow night at 7:30. Or if you know anyone who you think may be interested, let them know. It'll be online, so it can be taken from anywhere if you've got internet connection. And then on Wednesday night, it's the Mindspace Plus course, which is entitled Find Your Zen. And that is all about Zen meditation. Yeah, we're going to be moving into the world of Zen for the next 2 months, starting from Wednesday evening, and then training in Zen meditation. So we'll be learning about that on this new course starting on Wednesday. This new course also comes with a book. There's a new book that I've written that's coming out. So this book, I know some of you who are listening tonight have ordered the book, and I deeply appreciate that. You've pre-ordered it even. Thank you very much. And I did mention that I was hoping to get it to you as soon as possible. I was hoping, it's been in the printer's hands now for quite a while, but the printer has, I don't know if you know anything about the publishing or printing industry, but September is an extremely busy time. And in particular, this September, the 2020, because of COVID, obviously, and Corona, that's delayed quite a lot of printing, or it's been pushed back. So September, there's been a lot going on. So the printers, unfortunately, Fortunately, unfortunately, either or, but it's delayed slightly. So I don't yet have the books in my hand. If I did, I'd be here now going, here's the book. I was hoping to get them today, but it's still slightly delayed. But they are on their way, but they're not quite. They're currently in Newquay. And they're being printed as we speak. So I think I should have them by. They email me. They keep kind of widening the goalposts, helping me to find my Zen. How kind. But Wednesday, so I should have them in my hands on Wednesday. So hopefully, all being well, I will ship them out on Wednesday and Thursday. So you should have your copy by the end of the week. So you're not necessarily going to get it at the start of the course. That was the plan, but yeah, what can you do? It's out of my hands now. Try to, but anyway, the first session is going to be an introduction. I'll read a bit from the book, but if you pre-ordered it, it should be with you at the latest by Thursday or Friday. Exactly, Polly. The printers is teaching us to find our Zen. Yeah. And also maybe they themselves, they're quite stressed out with everything. And also one of their printers stopped. Good challenge. But we'll have them eventually. And then on week 2, we'll be going, because the book is made up of 8 chapters. The first chapter, well, it's an introduction and there's 7 chapters. So week 2, we'll be looking at chapter 1. I'll do some reading from it, and you'll probably have it by the end of the week, at latest. Just a bit of an update on that. Thank you, everybody. I wish you well on your path to Nirvana, and I look forward to seeing you maybe tomorrow. If not, I might even see your face on Wednesday night. Take care for now.